And welcome to the 51st episode of the Red Mountain Express. I'm your host, Blake Westbrook. Joining me as always is Patrick Tucker and Matthew Joyner. Let's get into the news of this week. Matthew, start us off.
All right, so we talked about this story, I don't know what, maybe 6 months ago, 12 months ago. It feels like a long time.
Possibly, yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings coming to downtown Birmingham. They have started construction.
Yeah, and it's going to be open by the football season. I think it said October.
They're saying early October,
yeah.
According to the director of operations for the franchise.
Yeah, it's a couple blocks from Regents Field, open in early October. They'll have a capacity around 300 people. The cool thing that was kind of in the story that I saw in the Biz Journal, or AL.com, was that they are partnering with UAB and the Birmingham Barons to where they will stream the games at the Buffalo Wild Wings. So that's cool for those that are maybe don't have a ticket to the games that kind of still want to watch it even if they're not offered on TV. So,
or for those times that you go to a game and it's really cold and you've got kids with you and you decide, no, we don't want to stay here.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I was thinking more for all the sellouts.
Those
when it's sold out and you can't get a ticket, you can still go to Buffalo Wild Wings and get in the game.
That's awesome. How many sellouts are there?
I don't know. I'm sure there've probably been at least one. I think the Barons pack it out.
I think they've had a couple of packed out games in the last 2 years, maybe more than a couple. But I can think of at least two.
I've been on Thursday, yeah, and it's no one's watching the baseball at that point.
50-cent hot dog night or whatever it is.
See,
I didn't know about that.
Honestly, that's awesome.
I think it's Tuesday nights.
Ooh,
yeah. I went by the construction site. I believe it was on Sunday or Saturday. And, I mean, it looks like a Buffalo Wild Wings going up. So it'll be opening in October. We'll keep you updated on that news. In the food news, one of my favorite restaurants, Wasabi Juan's, is going to be bringing a food truck to Birmingham. Y'all don't like Wasabi Juan's, do y'all?
No,
you're gonna out me like that.
I'm not. Whoa, wait. I'm not allowed to talk about Trim Tab on this podcast. So I mean, you know what? There you go.
Look, I really don't have a lot of negative to say. I think I've eaten there maybe once or twice, and the food was pretty good. I wasn't blown away.
It's interesting, and I'm not a fusion type of guy.
Yeah. The last time I went, I tried to take Liz there, we tried to go somewhere else, and anyway, ended up there, and she looked up and was like, "They don't sell beer here." And so we left because it was like our one night out.
It's like a sushi burrito place, and it's right there in Avondale. You kind of expect to be able to get a beer.
Why don't you just get it to go, walk over to Avondale Brewery, and buy you a beer over there?
It makes sense.
You could.
It does.
I've been several times. I went there for lunch several times. Me and Laura have gone twice. I think I've been there on one or two other random occasions. I don't strongly dislike it. I've tried maybe 8 different things on the menu. I really like the 420 nachos. But overall, it just doesn't do a whole lot for me.
That's fair.
If I want sushi, there are great places to get sushi around here. If I want burritos, there are excellent places to get burritos.
Just not a big fusion guy.
I don't need the mixture of the two necessarily.
I understand that. I like to get the LHM, the Lord Have Mercy. It is really, really good. But they also have a new location or newish location in Hoover.
That's right.
Off Lorna Road.
Yeah.
That's the one I've been to. So the food truck is, I believe it's already out there. They're going to be also opening up a new location in Inverness Heights, which is actually near where me and you work, Patrick. So we get to go there now.
So they have another location off of Lorna Road. Yeah. So there's this will be their third location and the food truck. So
so it's good news. And so when we finally get tired of the tacos, we'll go over there. We'll never get tired of those tacos, will we?
No.
Okay. There's also a new distillery being planned for Birmingham over in the Lakeview district. Matthew, you saw the story, correct?
I did. So Biz Journals had the story up. It's Dread River Distilling Company, LLC. They're planning on opening the new distillery on the 2400 7th Avenue South area. So they're saying not only will it be a beer venue, but they're also planning on doing a full line of spirits. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So before we recorded or started recording today, I asked you if this was a follow-up because I had a friend of mine who told me about this months ago, but there was really nothing in the news about it, so really couldn't kind of talk about it. But apparently the name is, I think, and I know we'll probably get somebody correcting me on this at some point, but I think there is there's like a river that runs under Birmingham that is called the Dread River, or maybe that's kind of like there's a legend of a river that runs under Birmingham called the Dread River, and so that's kind of what's being named after. So
I've never heard that before.
Well, I've heard. You know what? It could be. I could be just throwing out fake news, but I'm just telling you that's what I heard.
All right. So what do y'all think? All right. So beside the fact that they're offering spirits, do we need another? Not do we need?
Well, it's not a
there
brewery.
room-
It's mostly it's a distillery. So yeah, we do need
Okay,
more
all right.
hard liquor in this city.
I agree. I'm surprised we haven't had
we have
more
one.
distilleries.
We have Avondale, right? Is that right?
They
Yeah.
were doing vodka. I assume they still are.
They do
Since
I think
vodka.
good
they're
people-
vodka and gin.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do that brown water that I like. So. I need
Well,
some, I need some bourbon
can't-
in my life.
You can't start out doing the brown stuff. You have to make the clear stuff first, and then
Right.
put it in the barrels and age it until you get the brown stuff.
Brown stuff takes a little bit longer.
Y'all were so weird.
What?
It's
It's
true.
It's how it
I'm
works.
serious.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I just want bourbon, man. Sorry, God, I quit.
No,
It's gonna,
okay.
be, it's gonna be big though. I mean, like 42 employees is apparently what they plan to hire. over
Well, and
there.
they're saying it's going to have a full bar and room for event space too. So
See, here's a problem. I used to be a vodka drinker, and then I kind of got away from that. I do not like gin. That is just a no-go for me. So they're gonna have to hurry up and make some bourbon. Birmingham bourbon.
maybe they've
Bourbon,
already.
bourbon.
So some places will buy somebody else's bourbon and have it shipped in so they can sell it under their label at first, and some people will have started. You know, maybe prior to actually building their location, they will have started somewhere else, and they'll have a small batch available. So it'll be interesting to see what they've done here.
So will you go to this place, Matthew?
Yes.
Okay,
So
Patrick.
I'll probably check it out. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Redmont is the other distillery that's connected to
right, yeah.
I think it's connected to Avondale, or maybe the same owners, or maybe it was. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
it
because
still is.
Avondale is good people now.
Yes.
So I'm not sure if Redmont was part of that purchase or if they were ever like part of the same entity.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Big thoughts, just things just converging together, guys. No, I'm kind of excited. I think when I first saw this, for some reason, I thought I saw the word brewery. I was like, God, do we really need another brewery in this town? And then when it said distillery, I was like, okay, good. This is something different. This is, it's going to be a big location. There's event spaces. Hopefully they'll have food on site. So I'm excited about it. And it's a building that's been empty for years.
It's good use of another building.
Absolutely. For old building lovers like ourselves.
We got plenty of them around here.
That's exactly right. So the main story we want to talk about today is the 100 Homes in 100 Days program that is being launched by the city of Birmingham. And this is part of their neighborhood revitalization efforts where about mid-August, 100 owner-occupied homes will be renovated at the cost of $10,000 during a 100-day period. This is from AL.com. I saw this story today. This is really, really big news because this is actually neighborhood revitalization that people have been talking about that has been lacking here in Birmingham for years. This money is coming, I think, straight from the city, correct?
Yeah, it's coming from the city. There are two things that are funding this, and we've talked about both of them. One of them, the Shipped expansion. They bought a parking deck from the city of Birmingham for $1 million, and that is going towards this. And also the DC Blocks purchase of, I think, land from the city.
Yeah, that's right.
There was a $600,000 purchase from that that's also going towards this project, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, and so those are two stories that we've had in the last 2 weeks, and we even talked about with the DC Blocks story how Woodfin had commented that all of the money for the North Titusville property would go to revitalizing North Titusville for different projects in that area. So that's really cool to see that going directly into their hands and to see it happening already.
And this is pretty quick too. This is a quick turnaround from a new administration coming to town, or not coming to town, but being elected, and all of a sudden them implementing a program of this scale. I mean, this is
I mean, they've started knocking down houses already.
Yeah,
like he was tweeting or Facebooking that out.
That was a big part of his campaign, was having the land bank to come in and they could knock down some of these old dilapidated houses and then deed that property to either a developer or maybe a neighbor or somebody who can put investments back into the community. So you're starting to see some movement on that. So
yeah, it's exciting to me because I can't remember over the past few mayors we've had something like this happening quite as quickly or even at all. To see a mayor talk about or to run on a campaign of revitalization and of invigorating some of these neighborhoods and communities, and then actually following through it's exciting. I mean, Woodfin's been doing a great job so far, as I can tell. I hope he keeps it up like this.
Proof's in the pudding. It's kind of what you've always said, right?
That's what we said from day one.
Yeah. They are still trying to identify the houses that are going to be revitalized in this effort. I think they're kind of looking for senior citizens who are in need for those repairs. If anybody is interested in being an applicant, they can call Neighborhood Housing Services at 205-328-4292, or they can go to neighborhoods@birminghamal.gov. So it's a good program. Pass that along to your friends and those in need. So with that, let's take a break. Let's hear from our friends at Beecham Woodworks. And speaking of Beecham Woodworks,
I have a brand new walnut fidget spinner that I've been playing with the whole time we've been sitting here.
It is beautiful.
It is awesome.
Yeah, see.
I don't know if you can hear it on the mic.
If you can't hear it, it's spinning rapidly.
It's
like
awesome.
like fidget spinners do.
Another satisfied customer. And that fidget spinner, that's heirloom quality.
It is heirloom quality. My children are gonna
Your
get this
grandchildren
one day.
They're gonna be like, this fidget spinner came from my great grandpappy. Let's take a break, and we'll be back on the other end with some more news. Beecham Woodworks is a locally owned and operated wood shop in Birmingham, Alabama, specializing in custom furniture and small home goods. Chris and Kanan Beecham create a wide variety of unique pieces of all sizes, ranging from cutting boards to farmhouse tables. Using wood sourced from Alabama sawmills, Beecham Woodworks creates affordable quality pieces that will be a one-of-a-kind fixture for your home. So support your local woodworker and visit redmountainexpress.com/woodworks, or check them out on their Facebook and Instagram accounts. Beecham Woodworks, turning your house into a home. And welcome back to the Red Mountain Express. So, how's your fidget spinner?
It's awesome. Still fidgeting.
I don't understand the draw to fidget spinners.
It's just cool.
Okay, all right. So, I finally went to a restaurant that everybody's been talking about for the last,
forever.
2-3 years. Yeah, forever. Jan Marco's, which, is that the way we say it? I mean, I had someone berate me, it's John Marco's.
Look,
I'm like, well,
Okay.
We're all American at this table.
Well,
we
except for
we
Patrick.
take foreign words, we bastardize them, we say them however we think they sound.
This is a family podcast.
You've said worse.
Shut your damn mouth.
So pick one and go with it.
I'll go
Commit
with
to
Jan
it?
Marco's.
All right, there you go.
It was good. It was really good. Y'all have been, right?
I have.
How many times have you, Matthew, you've been a ton, right?
Yeah, I mean, every special occasion for the last 6 years.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Fantastic. It was packed, which we were expecting because everybody told us that it'll be jam-packed on Friday nights. But it was really, really good. The wine was terrific. The appetizer, which we had was calamari, was terrific. And then I had their veal parmesan. Which,
Sounds awful.
Yeah, it was so terrible that I couldn't even eat it all. They hammered it out, and it was probably bigger than my head. And y'all know me, I have I got a big head. So no, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Awesome.
So I tried to push you towards ordering something off the menu, ordering off their specials.
Right. So it was mostly fish, and I just didn't want fish.
A lot of nights it is fish, and I don't particularly care for fish, and maybe I've been there enough that I can, kind of feel pious about this. If you ordered their specials from the night, I've never had anything that I was disappointed in, and it's almost always way more food than I should eat. I mean, I finish it every time, but I probably shouldn't.
Well, so we got a reservation a month ago because that's what you have to do when you go there, but we had to wait a little bit for our table to be ready, and we were sitting next to this really nice couple who go there once a week, and they talk about how wonderful it is, and she kept talking about the veal parmesan over and over again. I was like, well, I'm gonna have to try this.
For ordering off the menu, you probably did a good job.
Yeah.
That's one of the better things.
It was good, and then I got the macaroni.
Oh yeah,
which is really, really good. And then my wife got a skirt steak that was fantastic as well. So yeah, it was really, really good. It was our anniversary. Oh, and afterwards we went to Back 40.
Nice. How was it?
It was really good. Now this was probably around 9:30, 10 o'clock when we went there. There were more people outside than inside. It seems like everybody goes inside to the bar, grabs their beer, and then goes outside to play cornhole or just to sit and chat and talk. But it was packed. It really was.
Is there a lot of space outside?
Tons of space outside. Yeah, tons of space inside. It's huge. It's huge. But no, we enjoyed it. Couldn't really drink all my beer because I had eaten basically a big old thing of veal parmesan, but it was good. It was really, really nice. So
Awesome.
I was happy with it. So yeah, what'd y'all do this week?
I replaced the toilet.
You replaced a toilet?
Well, not. I pretty much replaced everything except for the porcelain. Took it up. I had to reseat it.
What did you eat?
It was leak. What? No, it was starting to leak. It's very fun, exciting. I really enjoy being a plumber. Did some painting. Really exciting adult house.
Go to Home Depot or
things.
Lowe's. Which one?
Home Depot about 5 times.
I was about to ask how many trips.
Yeah. Oh, that's the
you
worst
can't
thing.
make just one trip.
What was really funny though was the second time I went. As I was checking out, I looked over and it was another guy that had checked out the same time before. So I was like, all right, yeah, you're on round 2 too. Yeah,
Y'all on the same schedule.
Yeah. It's like,
most trips I ever made, we were renovating a house in Huntsville, and I was trying to hang some shelves in a bathroom closet. It's just stupid wire shelves, and over the course of 5 hours, I made 8 trips to Home Depot because of these
just give up.
shelves. Like I got some screws stuck. I had to dislodge some screws. I had to get some drywall. I mean, it was stupid. This whole thing was stupid. That's my record. But I've never had a day where I was working on something that I didn't make less than 3 trips.
3 trips is pretty standard for me. Yeah.
When I was renovating the bathroom in our house, that happened to me on several occasions. And after a while, I just kind of gave up. I was like, I'm not going back to Lowe's. Because I would go to Lowe's and sometimes go to Home Depot because I was too embarrassed to go back to Lowe's. Like, sir, this is your 4th time here today. So
I have no shame.
And then at some point, I think I just called Chris Beecham and was like, hey, man, I need a tool. And, he has every tool known to man. He was like, yeah, come on by. I'll let you borrow it. And I was like, this could have been easier if I'd just done this 3 hours ago.
It's once you get into the groove of coming home, realizing you don't have the thing you need again, and then going back, it's kind of like a point of pride at that.
This is basically akin to me not asking for directions and driving around, Georgia lost for 4 hours.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
For 4 hours?
No, not
I feel
really.
Like there's a story there.
No, there's not a story there. I'm just saying that's what happened to me. I'd be driving around. Okay, it did happen. I was going to a hunt in South Georgia, and I was driving, and it went 4 hours. It was like maybe an hour and a half that I was way off course, and I was like, this has got to go back to Birmingham some way. And I didn't have any cell phone signal, so I didn't have any maps. So I finally got to a gas station like an hour later, and I had gone the wrong way for a good 50 miles.
That's
so
awesome.
And that's because I didn't stop at little small gas stations on the way and say, hey, how do I get back to Albany, Georgia? I'm here.
So yeah, lots of fun at the Home Depot.
Yeah,
it's amazing how busy that place is on a Saturday.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Since you asked what we were doing this week or what we've done this week, so unless you know me personally, you don't know these details. Between me and my wife, we've decided that I'm going to try this whole stay-at-home dad thing for a little bit. We're going to save money on daycare, and my wife's really excited because she's not leaving her kid with a stranger, and I'm really excited because I get to see my kid, grow up for a little bit before you send him off into strangers' hands.
You are the luckiest man on earth.
Let me tell you something. It's been 2 days. I'm exhausted. I never under any circumstances thought, oh yeah, this is going to be easy. I'm just going to prop my feet up and do whatever I want. No, I never had that mindset, and I'm glad I didn't because I would be sorely disappointed. The kid has just decided he's not going to sleep anymore. When he does sleep, he's only going to sleep for 45 minutes, and then he's going to wake up and be mad and hungry, and it's going to be a fun adventure. So if you are considering being a stay-at-home dad, or you know somebody that's considering that, go back to work. No, I'm kidding. It's really not. It's been great, but it is exhausting.
What time does he get up in the morning now?
We feed him at 7, but he's been getting up about 6:40, 6:30.
Yeah, and what time's his first nap in the morning?
At about 8:30 to about 10, and then every 3 hours like that. Yeah.
You don't look too tired.
Well, no, that's because I get to sleep at night. He's sleeping all throughout the night, which really helps. If he was waking up in the middle of the night, this would be impossible.
Yeah.
Did you find, because I remember when Megan was pregnant, I had friends of mine, including Patrick, that said, dude, just sleep as much as you can right now. Sleep as much as you can because you're not going to really sleep much when you have a child. And I didn't listen to that. I was like, whatever, man. I mean, look.
No one ever listens.
Babies sleep, man. We'll be fine. And there was a point, I think about 3 weeks in, that I was like, I'm never going to sleep again. And because no one tells you. I mean, they do tell you. You just don't listen, right? Because what'd you say, the first night your child slept?
Yeah, the first night in the hospital, the first night was great. Second night was a nightmare.
Yeah.
But after that, the first couple of weeks, of course, you're trying to figure out the schedule. He's trying to figure out his schedule. He wants to eat every few minutes. But since then, past those first 3 weeks, it's not been bad.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. The first night home for us, the house was a disaster. Maggie was crying because she was hungry, and so we had to go get some formula, and we just felt like we were overwhelmed. But once we got into a routine of things, everything became normal again, or as normal as they can be. And so now we have a routine, and it's just like it's easy.
Parenthood and having a newborn, it's all a really strange transition.
Yeah. I guess I can say this since my kid's the oldest out of our kids. Of 5-year-olds, I don't remember. Like, I really don't remember. I think you forget. I think that's why people keep having kids. It's because they forget how tired you are and how exhausted you are. I mean, like,
I will never forget it.
I joke about it all the time because Laura explains that she can't really remember what giving birth was like. And I say all the time, like, that's because Mother Nature knows that we need more kids. Like,
yeah.
If you remembered, you would never do it again.
Well, it's the best experience you'll have in your life, and I can attest to that, and I'm sure you already know that. So, congratulations, stay-at-home dad. So, you gonna do this forever?
Forever?
Forever.
No.
They grow up, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, once he goes to school, my ticket's cut. Like no, I mean, yeah, for the short-term, foreseeable future, yeah.
Well, good show today, guys.
Yeah, Blake, why don't you tell everybody where we are tonight?
Yeah, so we also would like to thank the folks at the M. O'Neill Library here in Mountain Brook. Since we all have kids and kids that need to sleep at night, we have been trying to find a new place to record, and Marilyn Eubank emailed me, who's the manager here at the library, and said we would love for y'all to come record here, and so we're in their
Makerspace.
Yeah, their makerspace. There's like a 3D printer over here. They've made some musical instruments over to my left, and there's a big computer over to behind Patrick. It's a really cool area.
A green screen.
Green screen, which
we decided not to do video for now.
You can thank us later.
Yeah, what is this we? Yeah. But thank you to them. We hope to keep recording here, and so check out their library if you're ever in the Mount Brook area. So that's our show for the week. We will see you next week. Hopefully, we're going to be doing some interviews here in the next couple episodes, so stay tuned for more information on that. And also, you can contact us at redmountainexpress.com on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For Patrick and Matthew, I am Blake. We'll see you next week.